which is over here, the script right here. Every channel wants to be wholesome, right? They want to appeal to a mass audience. Well, comedy is the one section that's kind of hard to do. You're either going to be a good or you're going to be lighthearted. We ain't going to be lighthearted around here. I'm tired of seeing Mount Rushmore lists. Like there's the top four. There's 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, 4 horsemen. Woo! Anyway, it's boring. I'm bored. I'm going to assign each deadly sin a real life comedian that I feel like represents that sin clearly and best. And we're going to do it. Because we're not saying it's funny. It's just a different way to make a list. I think it's fun. That's interesting to kind of come up with it. So, 7 deadly sins of comedy. Who are they? Well, we got lust, gluttony, greed, wrath, pride, envy, and sloth. Let's spice it up, ladies. Let's go with lust. Bet you can guess this one. Now, I could have picked Dane Cook with his frosted tips back in the 90s. He sold out arenas. Girls ate that shit up. And maybe even Pete Davidson, if you consider him. He's got to stand up, don't he? Yeah. And he's got a body count like about as bad as the pandemic. Too soon? Anyway, Matt Rife. That's who we're going with. He is definitely lust. Matt Rife started at age 15, and that's statutory in pretty much every state. No joke. At some point, he got his teeth fixed, did some wilding out, and he blew up on social media. He had women lining up for him like Chippendales at a meet and greet. But he leans into it hard. He knows how to make it work, and he makes it work. Whether you think he's funny or not, he's a successful comedian. He's a very successful comedian, one of the most successful comedians. He sells out everywhere he goes, and it's a pretty sweet life if you're a single dude, straight dude, you know. Take your pick. All the fish in the sea, well, all the fish want him. He's a fisherman without a fishing pole with all these fish in the sea. They just kind of jump in his fucking boat. Matt Rife proves you can be funny and attractive, so shit. Sucks for you, average man. I'm talking to myself here. Being funny and being hot is not a crime unless you're the average man. I'm sure you take very much offense to it. I'm really conceited. It just don't really bother me. Lust. We're giving you lust. That's right. Lust is Matt Rife. You dirty dog, you. Gluttony. Now, Gabriel Iglesias, fluffy man himself, the Kool-Aid man of comedy. I feel like could be a good candidate, or maybe even Brett Kreshner, or whatever his name is. His blood type's pretty much alcohol, straight, pure, fucking moonshine or whatever. The gasoline. But no one quite filled up the stage, and no one ever will quite fill up the stage like the big man, the late and great Ralphie May. Born in Tennessee and raised in Arkansas, and that's the most southern thing you ever fucking heard. He was a product of the South. A big laughs, big body, big personality. He got his big break on Last Comic Standing. But comedy wasn't even just fat jokes. It was insightful, it was fearless, and he was deliciously offensive. He would talk race, he would talk politics, he would talk sex, any subject you wanted didn't bother him. And he did it right there with the microphone like this, right there in front of him. His cadence was funny. It carried the weight. The man was a walking punchline, but very loved. Many other comedians loved him as well. Now, he didn't just represent gluttony in food, he was very truthful. He was a gluttonous truth bomb. He took in everything from the crowd and gave it right back at him. Served him a nice 1-2 punch, and breathed a little heavy while doing it. But he was a legend, and he's a legend, and he was not ashamed to talk about what he loved to eat. Rest in peace to the big man, Ralphie May. Gluttony got you. Greed. Now this one right here is interesting. Steve Harvey, huh? You want to go with Steve Harvey? Yeah, he's the king of game shows, suits, selling life insurance, bit radio shows. Or if that's the case, maybe Joe Rogan, king of the podcast, ads, elk meat, sell you supplements. But you know what? Kevin Hart, he's a walking Walmart of comedy. He's a super center. He'll sell you anything. He started in Philly and bombed early, apparently. And he grinded for years and then turned into a multimedia empire. Stand-up, Netflix, movies, sneakers, tequila, production company, gym chains. His PowerPoint presentation came to life that told jokes. The man never stops hustling. That's the sin. Kevin Hart doesn't just want to be funny. He wants to own the entire industry. Capitalism at its best. From freaking Soul Plane to Jumanji. From hell, The Rock's the biggest actor in Hollywood. Kevin Hart's right there beside him. So I feel like Kevin Hart's definitely got the greed sin in full effect, because he doesn't mind flashing it off. Don't mind dipping his fingers in everything. But has some specials. He is a comedian before an actor, so we'll go with that. Raph. Now, this seems like Bill Burr would have been the obvious choice for Raph. The next other person would have been probably Sam Kinison, who's dead, so we're just going to let him rest in peace. But Bill Burr was on a show that he did not like because of how mean it was. And we're going to go ahead and say, okay, well, that was Kill Tony. And Raph is Tony Hinchcliffe. Tony came out of Ohio, so he's pissed off the rip, you know. He's a king roast comic, and he started Kill Tony, where dreams go to die under a spotlight in a microphone, 60 seconds. It's all you get. Make it or break it, kid. Tony's the one that created it, and he owns it. This man will make you laugh and feel guilty for laughing. His jokes don't just punch down, they drop kick you in the goddamn teeth. Tony's not even mad for some reason. It's just him. He's just naturally mean. On the show, he don't ask you to be funny, really. He'll find the funny in you. But go on the show and be boring, and he's pissed off. He was born to roast. He came out the damn womb talking about the damn nurse's lipstick. You know what I mean? He's articulate, dangerous, and way too comfortable saying shit that you wouldn't repeat. Little fella, big mouth, can be slightly hateful, and probably the best roast comic out there. Tony Hinchcliffe, Raph, that's up your ass. Say something was up his ass. It's a gay joke. Just pride. Now, Eddie Murphy came to mind when I'm talking about pride. He basically invented swag of stand-up. And, you know, Chris Rock, probably another one that's very prideful, you know, taking the slap like he did, and holding it all in until he did his own special. There's only one man that deserves the pride sin, and he best embodies it than anybody else. And he'll change your whole worldview with a few sentences while smoking a cigarette and staring into your soul. This man's Dave Chappelle. Chappelle started at 14 and he broke through with the movie Half Baked. And he changed the fucking game with Chappelle's show. Flipped the whole comedy scene on his head and pop culture. And then he bounced out. Walked away from $50 million like it was a fucking sandwich at a Subway shop that he didn't eat it. And that's how proud he was. He was proud that he felt like he was his pride felt like he was getting hoodooed. So he walked away, and then he came back. Shit, what was it? Over 10 years? And then when he came back, it was Emmy-winning specials, arena tours, You Can't Cancel Me attitude, pride. Yeah, Dave Chappelle's pride has its own fucking zip code somewhere in Ohio, by the way. He kept his pride. He kept his head held high. Walked away from the money, came back and did it his way and did it the right way and gained everybody's respect along the way. Yeah, Dave Chappelle, pride. Envy. Now, envy was kind of tricky. What was it? Andrew Schultz we could have picked probably because he has a spreadsheet of beefs that's been going on. Louis C.K. Yeah, I said it. But no, we're going to go with the dark horse of Shane Gillis. Dude got fired from SNL before his first sketch aired for jokes that he made on a podcast that woke culture decided to attack it, and they did. Was it a bummer? Sure. What did he do? Did he cry? Did he apologize? Did he change how he was as a comedian? No, he doubled down, hit the podcast circuit, and then he created one of the best stand-up specials around, live and awesome, Shane Gillis. Yeah, it's free on YouTube. Watch it. And probably already watched it. It's got millions of views. Yeah, he pretty much walks around with you can't cancel what's already living in the garage attitude, you know. He's like, I should have been there. Envy fuels his fire, and the fire burns. So now he's went back to host SNL twice and stays humbled the whole way. But, yeah, he's a walking embodiment of envy. SNL firing him was the best thing they did for him. So it is kind of envious, but you know it's kind of a toss. It's kind of weird, but it's just the best one I can think of that envy knocks out the park. And it seems like pretty good one. Yeah, like Slav is kind of a tricky one. It's basically somebody that's not even trying to be funny. It's just naturally funny. I mean, this Dimitri Martin is real close to the one I picked, because there's only one person that took doing nothing and being lazy while doing it, but being a rock star while doing it, and that's Mitch Hedberg. May he rest in peace as well. Mitch was born in Minnesota. He looked like a rock star. He accidentally wandered on stage. Long hair, sunglasses, voice like he was in a mid-nap, but his one-liners were surreal and stoned, like if Garfield wrote it, you know. I used to do drugs. I still do, though. But I used to, too. You know, stuff like that. He didn't move. He didn't yell. He didn't perform. He floated. Mitch made Slav seem hip. It seemed hip that he wasn't trying that hard. It didn't seem like he was trying hard. He was just out there being himself. It's made every comedy show he was in seem like he was just around a group of friends just talking shit that comes to his mind. His entire career felt like it was doing comedy from like a fucking hammock. So, yeah, Slav, Mitch Hedberg, the comedian that doesn't seem like he tried. May he rest in peace, the late great Mitch Hedberg. So, that's my list of the 7 deadly sins of comedy. Comedians I feel like embroidered it, own it, live it, use that as one of their traits. I mean, it's my list. I mean, if you think you got a better list, you think you got a better comedian for a different spot, leave it in the comments if you want. Tell me. Tell me which one, and tell me where I'm wrong, because I'm fucking wrong. I'm always wrong. I know I'm wrong. But just tell me, who you think's better for each one of these. I'm curious. Maybe there's a comedian out there that you tell me that I don't know about, and I'll go watch something that he done, and you're right. I'll tell you you're right.